Good morning, dear hearts. We are now on lesson 124. Please subscribe. I love this lesson. I love the title of this lesson. It is so reassuring. It is, let me remember I am one with God. To remember is to rejoin. So I want to rejoin my mind with God's mind, knowing that indeed we are one. This lesson says, today we will again give thanks. Yesterday was a day of thanksgiving and gratitude, as is today. Give thanks for our identity, big I identity, the true self that we are in God. Our home is safe, protection guaranteed in all we do, power and strength available to us in all of our undertakings. We can fail in nothing. Everything we touch takes on a shining light that blesses and heals. At one with God and with the universe, we go our way rejoicing with the thought that God himself goes everywhere with us, which reminds me, and probably you as well, of lesson 41, that God goes with me wherever I go. We were told then that, that lesson, that God goes with me wherever I go, can heal all of the fears of abandonment and being alone that the separated ones might have. Because how can we ever be alone when God goes with us wherever we go? And today we reiterate that God is our companion. God is our companion as we walk this world a little while. And those who come to follow us will recognize the way, because the light we carry stays behind, yet still remains with us as we walk on. This beautiful light, the light has come, was one of our previous lessons, not in the first 50, but the idea that we are these light-filled beings. And as we walk, it's kind of like dust, radiant, brilliant dust that stays after us, so that others, because we light the way, so others can follow the way that we have traveled, as we are following the light-filled way of those who have come before us. And with all of that, God is walking and is our companion as we go along the way. And then, of course, we have this line, that God who loves us with the equal love in which we were created. He loves all of us with this equal love, smiles on us, and offers us the happiness we gave. Again, as in yesterday, that what we are giving to God, we are receiving back 10,000-fold more. The happiness that God feels when we are truly being who we are meant to be, and recognizing that we are one with God. That is, we are claiming our true identity. And today is a day that we will not doubt his love. There are things for us to affirm today, and there are many of the first 50 lessons that we truly can see enfolded into this one, especially, as I call them, the God is lessons. Okay, today it says we will not doubt his love. God is the love in which I forgive. And we have in here about mind. God is the mind with which I think. God is the light in which I see. God is the source. I cannot be apart from him. God goes with me wherever I go. Let me remember I am one with God. All of these lessons, we can see how beautifully they unfold into each other for our spiritual tapestry, which I haven't mentioned for a while. Okay, but this lesson goes on and says, our minds contain his thoughts, our eyes behold his loveliness, and all we look upon. Today we see only the loving and the lovable. And this lesson goes on to tell us, about as we see, let me go back to paragraph 5. We see in appearances of pain, and pain gives way to peace, because we are looking with vision from the eyes of God, the eyes of Christ. We see it in the frantic and in the sad, in the distressed, the lonely and afraid, who are restored to the tranquility and peace of mind in which they were created. This way that we walk with God, this light that we leave in back of us, that others may follow as we follow it as well. This is the light that is healing. This lesson also mentions in here that we are saved and we are healed from lesson 75, That was the light has come, not the first 50, but it told us that we are healed and we can heal because we have identified, we have affirmed our truth of who we are. And then this in paragraph 7, it says, as we deny our separation from our Father, it is healed along with us. There are things that we should deny. We should deny that we are separate from our Father. We should deny the pain that the ego has given us. We should deny that anyone can truly be lonely or sad, and that there is death and dying, because all of those things are only seen and experienced in the illusion. We are wanting to deny all illusions. As I've said before, very recently, if we want to relieve ourselves from the ego, what we need to do easily, simply, well, maybe not easily, is to deny the ego. So as we deny the ego, instead we will affirm equal love. We will affirm we are one with God. We will affirm God walks with us. We will affirm timeless thoughts and awareness. We will affirm that we are saved and we are healed. We will affirm that we have received, so that is why we give. And we will affirm that God's gifts are given to us that we may give them to others. And we will certainly affirm the peace that we will have in our minds when we remember that we are one with God. This lesson mentions the actual word meditation. And the practicing here is different. This is the first time that we are going to practice for a half an hour, and it identifies that half hour as meditation. This is our first attempt at an extended period for which we give no rules nor special words to guide your meditation. We will trust God's voice to speak as He sees fit today, certain He will not fail. Abide with Him this half an hour. He will do the rest. And then the second part of the lesson has a repetitive phrase, perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow. Because there should be no pressure on us whether or not we have a benefit from this half hour that we are spending with God, because it says you may not be ready to accept this gain. You may believe that nothing has happened, but sometime, somewhere, it will come to you, nor will you fail to recognize it when it dawns with certainty upon your mind. I've said many times, and I love that the Course says this, the truth will dawn upon us. This is just another way of saying that the certainty of who we are will dawn upon us, and it is the truth. And this half hour will be framed in gold, with every minute like a diamond set around the mirror that this exercise will offer you. And there's a section, as we mentioned the other day, in the text of the two pictures. We are doing a new frame for our picture. And what will happen with this frame as we encrust it with diamonds for every moment that we have spent with God. When we look into it, we will see Christ's face upon it, and it will be a reflection of our own. And then it says again, perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, you will see your own transfiguration in this glass. This holy half an hour will hold out to you to look upon yourself. Perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, you will look into the glass and understand the sinless light you see belongs to you, and the loveliness you look on, it's your own. And count this half an hour as your gift to God. God gives us gifts, and we are giving this gift of our time to spend with Him. It is our gift to our Father. And then it says, and yet you can be sure someday, perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, you will understand and comprehend and see. We have to come to learn to understand that in truth, we are one with God. Let me remember I am one with God. And then there is an hourly remembrance. We have 2 lines to use. Let me remember I am one with God, at one with all my brothers and myself, big S, self, in everlasting holiness and peace, because my Father is in everlasting holiness and peace. And today I will do what I can to join him, her, there. That's it for today. I hope this helped. So please like, please share, please subscribe, and please comment. And please pray that we all, for just a moment today, can have that feeling of deep, abiding peace that comes when we know that our mind is one with God's and we remember truly who we are. Namaste.